Alicia here, and if you're new to my channel is Late with Alicia. Get a little happier today, and today I want to talk about being a happier, better version of yourself as a parent, and what I do to help train myself to be more positive and have that positive energy for me and my kids, and how I handle my situations with my kids every day, and some things that I've done that help me get there and get into that better, positive version of myself, into that energy. And first thing first, you have to, in order to parent someone else, you have to parent yourself first. And this is something by Wendy Speak and Amber Leah. They have multiple parenting books out, and they say that you have to self-parent first. And it is so true. You can't teach someone else how to parent them, or you can't parent someone else until you first know how to teach yourself to respond in certain situations. You're upset at your child for handling something the wrong way, or for not saying the right thing when they should have, and how to handle their emotions. And so you have to model that behavior first, and you have to be able to have yourself in that mindset to have a positive reaction when certain things go wrong. And especially in the moment when they're handling something wrong, you have to handle that situation the right way first and foremost. So parent yourself first. And here's just a few things that I do that help me get into the mindset of being positive and handling things in a much better way. So the first thing that I want to talk about is fill up your cup. And I'm sure that this isn't the first time any of you are hearing this. You can't, do things with an empty cup, and that's like the cliche thing that everybody says, but it's true. You can't. Like, imagine yourself, you have a glass full this much, and then how you would respond to a situation when you feel full and happy versus when you are tired and low energy and have this much in your cup, and just whatever's left is what you get. And that's how it is. It's like, have you ever seen the meme, like the dinosaur meme? I like dinosaurs, but still, it's all over Facebook sometimes, and it's like there's T-Rex, there's Rex from Toy Story, and he's like all happy, like, hey, woke up being a better parent. And then the bottom version of it is whenever the Jurassic Park Rex comes out, and it's like 5 minutes into your day, everything goes wrong, and here's you as a parent 5 minutes later. It's true, it happens. And if you have an empty cup, then you don't have any energy to put the best version of yourself forward in any situation, let alone in a parenting situation. And so that's how that happens. You will be the bottom parent, the Rex, the Jurassic Park parent, whenever you are low energy, have an empty cup. And then you will be the better parent, the happy, smiley Rex parent, whenever you have a full cup. And so you need to know what it is that I like to do, that you like to do, that makes yourself feel full, that fills up your cup, makes you feel like you have energy and positivity flowing from you. And for me, an example would be like, I like to go on nature walks. I like to go bike riding. I like to paint. I like to do creative projects like this. I like to do crafts. I like to, pick something in your house that you want to work on, and it makes you feel proud, makes you feel good. Or I like to exercise. I like to, just, even if you just have some downtime and you're just, watching Stranger Things on a marathon, just having a marathon of something. I mean, sometimes you don't have time to do that, but you need to at least take 30-40 minutes to yourself every day and do something that's just for you, that helps you fill up your cup, and then you feel full and happy, so you can respond better as the Rex parent instead of as the Jurassic Park parent. So first thing, fill up your cup. That is so important, to take time for yourself and have that energy, have a full cup, so that by the end of the day, maybe your cup is empty when you're going to bed, but you've emptied your cup on situations that matter, that needed you to be a better version of yourself, instead of having an empty cup right when you wake up, there's nothing in the cup, and then like you're just giving, like, you get what you get. Okay, I'm tired, I'm hangry, I'm upset, and you're just gonna get whatever you get, and I'm just gonna, that's how you're gonna handle every situation, is as if you're barely there. And you don't want to be barely there. You want to be present and happy and fulfilled, and be the best version of yourself for your kids, because that's how they're gonna remember you. Second thing that I do that has been helpful in training my brain to be positive and help me deal with life better is a grateful journal. This is just a dollar notebook I got at the Dollar Tree, and it just happened to be pretty. It's floral, and I like the colors, and it says, think positive, be positive. But if you like sharks, get sharks. If you like cardinals, get cardinals. Get just a random black one. Just get a book. It's $1. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it, and every day you should be looking at the positive things in your life. And it is something that everybody that has been successful, if you listen to what they have to say, Tony Robbins, Steve Harvey, Oprah, all these people say that you have to start your day with a grateful heart. You have to start your day looking for, it's not just about religion, being grateful to God for what you have, but it's about looking for positive things and train your brain to focus on the positive. And every day there will be things that go wrong and things that go right, and you have to choose what you look at, what you focus on. And when something goes wrong, okay, I don't like that you spilled milk on the floor, but I'm going to clean it up. We're going to move past it. Let's just get on with my day. Whatever it is, don't cry over spilled milk. Something went wrong. Okay, well, I'm going to sit with that anger and emotion for a minute, and then do something that makes me feel better, and then move on and focus on the next positive thing. Do the next right thing. Be positive, and the best way to do that is to be grateful, to train yourself to look for all the positives in your day. Let's say today I had a good hair day when I woke up, or let's say today I didn't have another pimple, or let's say today that you went to do the dishes and your kids put their bowls in the sink like they were supposed to. They didn't leave them at the table. Or let's say today my daughter gave me a big one last hug. Oh, Mom, one more hug, just one more hug. And she gave me that one more hug right before she went to school. Like, there's positives in everything that you do. There's always something positive every day, and you have to train your brain to look for those things. That it's a habit. It's like you training your brain like anything else you would train your brain to do. And at least 5 things. If it's hard, if you're going through a hard season in your life, going through something that's like making you just absolutely miserable, look for 5 things. And it's not gonna be hard to say, well, got dressed, I had clothes, I had food, I had water, I have a roof over my head, I have a dog, my dog's healthy, my dog's not dead, I have a good family, at least one person in my life, I have one good friend in my life that cares about me. My mail came in today and I got a present. It was, the Amazon package, came in today. Like, positives can be found anywhere, any small things. List off 5, start there, and then eventually every day you're gonna, be able to look for the important things and recognize them when they happen and be grateful, and showing appreciation to other people around you because you're grateful that they're in your life and that they did these great things for you. So I like to do this at the beginning of my day, but I do it for the previous day. Some people have a grateful journal and they'll sit in their bed at the very end of the day. Oprah says she sits in her bed at the very end of the day and she sits with her grateful journal. She reflects on the day. I wake up and I go outside and I water my plants, and then I sit on my porch swing, drink my coffee, and I just write down and reflect on the day before and think about all the good things that happened the day before that made me happy, that made me feel positive. And then you move forward with those positive thoughts in your day and thinking and feeling positive. So whatever time you want to do it, just pick out a time that makes you feel like, okay, I can sit down and write 5 things. It takes 10 minutes. If that, it takes 5 minutes. So be grateful. Practice a grateful heart. And then next, I want to talk about having a daily devotional. And you don't have to be religious to have a daily devotional. This one is a Christian journal for women. It's a Sacred Walk of Motherhood by Ashley Buffet. I don't know if that's right. Buffet, like Phoebe Buffet of Friends, or is it Boof? I don't know. But it's a good book, and she has multiple good books. I wish I said her name right because she deserves it. She has good books. She has multiple. She has one that's called Fruits of the Spirit. I love that book, and she has multiple daily devotionals that you can buy from her. There's also one that's called The Well-Watered Woman. They have a daily devotional. That's one for the homeschool mom. They have a bunch of them for moms. They have a bunch of them just for women. If you don't even have kids, there's some for women. There's daily devotionals for men. There's like any you can find anything on Amazon, but they all have ratings. This one's a really good one. I love it. I love the way her mind works. What she looks for is what I'm looking for. And it also, I'll give you a little clip here, a little snippet. Okay, this one's called Whose Voice Are You Listening To? And it's just like 1.5 pages, and then there's a little place for you to have like a reflection, write what you really think about that, what that made you think, what memory that brought forward for you. And then there's like a little, after that it's a quote page, it's like a Bible quote, as if you can't have enough Bible quotes. But there's a quote from the Bible that relates to what she was talking about, and I really like these. I like the way she kind of does her books, sets them up. But yeah, have a grateful journal, and then have a daily devotional, something that helps you train your brain to be positive that day, and it helps you think differently. Like, puts your mind in like, yeah, I realize like that is true. And that is something we need to think about and focus on every day as we move forward in our day. And like I said, you don't have to be religious to have one. You can have one just for moms or just for women. And there's so many on Amazon. And then I'll link some below, some of the links to the ones that I've used. And it's a great way to start your day, great way to end your day. Have a devotional. The next thing I want to talk about is exercise, because exercise affects your mind. It affects serotonin and it gives you positive endorphins, and it makes you feel better. It makes you feel stronger. You have more energy to tackle your day. And exercise makes it to where, like, well, doing all the mom things and momming all day long, you're not so drained. And like, let's say that you had to go to the park and then you had to go do all these errands and run around and do this, that, and the other, and you're lugging around laundry and lugging around dishes, and you're tired at the end of the day. Well, if you're tired, then your body needs more training. You need to do more things. You need to have a stronger body, stronger willpower, stronger mind. And I feel a difference. I feel such a difference. Like when I exercise just for 30 minutes a day, when I go to the park with my kids, I have more stamina and I have more of myself to spread over the rest of my day and do all the momming I have to do all day long. And then I feel like my clothes fit better, you feel better about yourself, and you want to put your best self forward. And it's just wonderful, the impact it has on your mind and your spirit, and that your kids can have more of you. And exercise, it impacts so much. So just do a little bit. Just if you're not a person that likes to go to the gym or do exercise things, like sometimes the gym is overwhelming. Sometimes you like don't know what workout equipment to pick. There's too many options, and sometimes it's just one more thing for your mom brain to have to worry about. It's just one more thing to add to the list. But to avoid that, you could do a program. So you could do Beachbody. I am a Beachbody coach, if anybody needs a coach. But Beachbody makes it to where you can pick your trainer. You can pick, like, if you only have 4 days a week or just 6 days a week, however many days a week you have, you can pick a program that gives you like however many days a week you're able to do. And some of them are like 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, an hour and a half a day. Some of them are like long if you like to work out more and you're at that pace. Or some of them are just 30 minutes a day and it's easy, and you have like a trainer that just wants you to stretch and just, move your body. Also, exercising is going to help you live longer and have a much better, more independent life as you age. So there's that. But I have a Beachbody program which is 13 weeks and I love it. I think I'm in week 11 right now. And it's been wonderful because we do, on Mondays is leg day, and then Tuesday is total body. Wednesday is mobility and stretching, and Thursday is upper body, and then Friday is total body, and Saturday is cardio. So you get a little bit of everything spread out over the whole week. You do 30 minutes and you're done. And it's one less thing for me to have to worry about. And exercise kind of goes back to that filling up your cup part. If your cup is more full, then you have more of yourself to give. And if you're exercising and your body is able to withstand more stamina, then you are able to have a much more full cup and continue giving the best version of yourself throughout the day with all the little things that you have to do. And the last thing I want to talk about that has been helpful for me being a better parent is, of course, parenting books, and then, shocker, another notebook. Parenting books, this one is Triggers. It is what I'm reading right now. I just checked it out at the library. So the front's just like a library sticker. I'm not going to show you what library or whatever I go to, but Triggers by Wendy Speak and Amber Leah. It's a great book. And then there's, they also have parenting scripts, which I just read. And it talks about having a script for whenever you're in a situation that's going to be stressful and getting ahead of it. And it's like, when you know that you're going to forget your coffee in the morning, you can have like a pre-timed like coffee maker that's set to just make coffee. So you just grab it in the morning as you go and have it all set up the night before you go, have the Keurig set and have a timer. Avoid that chaos. And it's the same thing. She says, know the times. You know your child better than anyone, and you know when they're going to get stressed out, when they tend to have a tantrum, what time of day they tend to struggle. And so an example they give in the book is like, in the mornings it's a struggle to get out the door and get to school on time because they can't find their shoes. It's a shoe battle. Tie your shoes, get your shoes on, where's your shoes? And then you're like, shoes, and then by the fifth, sixth time you say it, it's like, get your shoes on, and you're like yelling at them, and it's terrible. So know your child, know what's the struggle for you. That's not typically one for me, but know when your child tends to get upset and get ahead of it. So what she said to do for that example is to have a little tote or a basket by the front door. Tell them, put your shoes out before bed. Make sure that you put their shoes in the basket before bed. You know exactly where to find them, and then that'd be the first thing you do when you wake up, put your shoes on, then get dressed, do all the other things. Like, make sure that you avoid that chaos and have a plan in place. So parenting scripts. She also tells you things to say. So like, one of them is try again. Like mom blame and shame, like there's mom shaming, and we don't like that, to have other people shame us and make us feel bad about our decisions, what we're doing. But think about what you're doing as a daily basis, all the things that you've done wrong in your life, and God just lets you try again. He doesn't tell you you're a bad person, doesn't put negative thoughts in your head, doesn't tell you negative things about yourself. You know you did wrong, you know that you feel shame and you feel upset when you do something that's not right, and just try again. And you get so many chances in your life to try again and be a better version of yourself. And your kids deserve the same thing. That is by Wendy, Leah, and Amber Speak, and I love it. I love their mantra, the way they think. And I've seen it work with Kenzie. Kenzie is fierce, and she is confident, and she is wild and sassy and full of life, and I love that about her, and I don't want any of that to ever die out. But it's also a struggle to parent sometimes, and for her, I've seen it work. I've seen her, where you like giving her a 30-minute lecture that's really just her having negative thoughts in her mind, like you did this, you did that, you did this, and then they tell themselves negative things. If she has any negative self-talk ever in her life, I don't want it to be because it came from me, because I put that thought in her head. No, I just want to tell her, Kenzie, try again. And Kenzie, don't speak to mommy that way, try again. And then she does. She goes, okay, can I please have this? And then it works. You don't need to have the guilt trip, the shaming, or the lecture. Just cut it out. They know they did wrong. They know what it is. Just, honey, you're not supposed to speak that way. Try again. Honey, mommy doesn't like when you talk that way. Try again. Honey, please don't throw that. Try again. Honey, that's not how you handle your library book. Try again. Just try again. It's a big effective thing. It came from these parenting books. So my last thing isn't about just parenting books. It's about my quote book. This is a quote book of things that I have read or learned from watching TED Talks or reading parenting books, or just when you're talking to your friends that have found something that's helpful. If you hear a quote, this is the best thing for me, is to write it down and have it here to relate back to refer back to when I need it. Sometimes, as we tell kids to go to timeout, not because it's supposed to be a punishment. It's supposed to be a time for you to, okay, we're all acting kind of crazy, our emotions are all really high, let's all just take a timeout. Kenzie, you can go take a timeout, and then sometimes the parent needs to take a timeout. Mommy needs a timeout. And what you do in that moment, it's not supposed to be punishing and think about what you did wrong and just being mad. It's supposed to be calming down, get in a better mental space, and then approach the situation better. And sometimes as parents, we need a timeout. And this is my timeout. I will sit down with my quote book and think about and just read through some of my favorite quotes, and it helps me, get my mindset in a better place when I'm upset. And so one of the quotes in here is from this parenting book. It's by Wendy Speak, and it says, why does the mess in your house make a mess out of you? And if that is a trigger for you, your messy house, like, why does it make a mess out of you and your emotions? Like, I want this messy house, but not enough to damage my relationship with my child. I want to not approach the situation not in a messy way, not with me being a mess, approach it in a better way. Or you have another one here is, this is by Wendy Speak again. It says, respond to your child and not your need to feel control. That is important, because sometimes we're not responding to what they need us to do. We're responding out of our own need for control in the situation. Like, I don't feel like I'm in control at all. I'm losing control. I'm responding based on that and not based on what she needs. And a lot of these things, they just teach you to think differently. And when you're having a problem parenting in the moment, take a parent timeout, have a quote book of things that help remind you of the way you want to parent, remind you of the things that you want to do, and put you in a better mindset. So that's really what it's about. And parenting book wise, I can link some below of my favorite ones that I've read. But what I do every day, like if you do dishes or do laundry, and you watch TED like me, I watch a lot of TED Talks when I'm doing dishes. And sometimes I hear a quote that is like, that's really, I like the way that you think. I like that, the mindset that you have and the way I felt when you said it. So I'm going to write that quote down. And I have this quote book. It's just a book from the dollar store. And I I read it when I'm feeling down. I read it when I'm upset. Sometimes whenever I just need a parenting timeout to approach the situation better, I have this quote book. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Kids, they model your behavior. Your child will not always do the right thing. Even if I do exactly everything I'm supposed to do in the right way all the time, they're still a sinner of their own. They will make their own mistakes in their own life, no matter how good of a person you are as a parent. They will make mistakes, and I still just have to be the best version of myself that I can and guide them in the right direction and just be there to support and help them grow and learn and just be a better, positive version of yourself for them. So the best way you can be the best version of yourself for your child and just to be happier in general in life is to, have fill up your cup and have a grateful journal and have a daily devotional or have a quote book of all the things that you've gotten from other people that helped you be a positive parent and a positive person, or exercise and train your body and your brain and give you those positive endorphins and have more energy to give yourself every day to everybody else and all the things in your life. So yeah, those are the things that have been helpful for me, and I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Hi everyone, thank you for those of you who have stayed to the end for my mommy fail of the week. This fail is about the library story. So I just had to rush home, get library books, and then rush them back because I had a library book that was late, and I got a letter in the mail, and it was a notice, and it said notice of being turned over to collections and having a hit on my credit over a library book. Now, we usually get 50 books every time we go. That's the max, is 50 books, and we get 50. I let the kids pick out whatever they want, and we can get usually 40 to 50 books in there. And we go once a week or every other week sometimes. Sometimes we just go once a month, and we'll get that many books. And we read them as we can, and sometimes 2 or 3 books a night, sometimes 1 book a night. Sometimes we don't get to read them at all because of other things, like I have to work or something. But still, 50 books. We keep them on a shelf in my command center. This is a rule in my house. You guys have to keep the library books on this shelf so that I don't have to go find them in your bedrooms every single time we go to the library. Anyways, yeah, so my son decided to keep a Lego book in his bedroom. He's obsessed with Legos. If you haven't seen his Lego bedroom, it's an obsession for him. Loves Legos. He has a Lego Halloween book that he kept, and he did not give it back and turn it in, and I somehow missed it. I didn't count correctly and turn in the library book. I didn't count the books when I turned them in this time. I just grabbed it all off the shelf and then turned them in. Lo and behold, the one time you don't count will be the one time that you needed to. Isn't that how that works? Anyways, so I get to the post office. I was out and about running errands, got the post office letter, said I'm going to be turned over for collections for this library book, and I called the library, and she was very understanding, and she said just bring the book in and we'll charge you a late fee and we'll remove it if you do it today. And I go to the library. She didn't charge me a late fee because I've been going to the library since I was a kid. I take library books out all the time, and it's never been an issue. So with my tracker, she didn't charge me anything, which is great, but also I didn't take a hit on my credit. I didn't realize that was a thing, that they would do that, literally take a hit on your credit and turn you over to collections over a library book that's $4. But it's a serious thing. They will. They take their books seriously, as they should. That's how they get them back. Anyways, I have very good credit. I still have good credit. I didn't get a hit on my collections, or I didn't get a hit on my credit and go to collections. So yeah, just be mindful of your library books, people, because it's a real deal.